Oh my, it's yet another sports podcast. We got our super producer Andy out there in Nashville, Tennessee, rocking the ones and twos. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services bringing the show to life. Shout out to the homies in the live chat. We truly appreciate the knowledge and the energy you bring on Sunday evenings. I want to give another huge shout out to Romantic About Baseball. We are extremely proud at My Oh My to be part of the Baseball Podcasters United. We I've been following Romantic About Baseball long before we partnered up with these guys. And huge shout out. And Sam, as much as I love all the beauty on the diamond, we got to dive deep like Jacques Cousteau into the Seahawks, bro. First seed. Talk to me, baby.
Heck yeah, Seahawks got it done, took care of business, smacked the 49ers bitch asses down just like we knew we would. And it's going all through Seattle. Everything goes through Seattle.
That's a great feeling, man. It's been a really long time, over 10 years. Every single 12 across the world knows that the Seahawks are 3 for 3 in terms of first seed and making the Super Bowl. Sam, we got so many ways to dive into this. I just want to go into the most recent, man. The score might not have been sexy, but overall, I thought it was a fantastic performance by the Seahawks down there in Santa Clara. Talk to me about this crazy Saturday night football game.
I mean, that defense was flying from the get go. I mean, on our text message, chain, I was saying right away that I just loved the energy. Like Mike Mack gave him some kind of a good rile up speech because they were running, they were hitting, they were violent, and they were the bully on the block. And that's exactly the kind of defense we love to play in Seattle. Reminds me of the LOB days, except it's not as quite back, the DB focused and a lot more of the defensive line focused, where we're just subbing in those guys and hitting them over and over again. I mean, they couldn't do anything all game.
That was awesome. Under siege, man. Under siege.
Yes.
And you said it, it's the wave of pass rush. Shout out to Mariners Lifer. I have this written down, and I'm going to say this on every episode for the next several weeks. Sam, the Seahawks in the last four offseason have 12 high round hits, 10 mid round hits, 5 late round hits, 4 to be determined, and that does not include trading for Leonard Williams, Ernest Jones, and Rashid Shaheed. What an incredible 4 years, and it's just culminating in the 14-3 season. You talk about the physicality on defense, which I absolutely love. Sam, I know you saw it as well as I did. The physicality on offense was there as well on Saturday night.
Yeah, man, the O linemen were really, really getting their hands on the D linemen, pushing them all down, been clearing holes. Man, they were. I love the athleticism on the blocking, especially by some of our guards. They were just hitting people. And Jones did a great job filling in once again and clearing the way. He was downfield, tackling 15, 20 yards down the field multiple times and just clearing pass for our guys. So you can't ask for more out of the offensive line.
What an insane turnaround, man. What an insane turnaround, because there was times this year where there were so many no chance running plays, so many instant pressures that I thought the ship might sink there. Big props. Anthony Bradford has improved so much in the last few years. Gray Zabel. We just saw Brian Baldinger of NFL Network calling him Rookie of the Year. And you're right, because Zabel is combining that great foot quickness, that great agility with that nasty attitude, man. They run that little screen swing to Ken Walker on the first series of the game. And boy, Zabel just gets out there with ease and buries that linebacker. Walker goes
Yes.
flying past. And I just love how you brought up the athleticism, because that's such a key component to what's going on offense.
Yeah, I mean, Bradford's the one kind of exception. He can look a little bad out there with athleticism, but I mean, he moves people. He does stuff in the weight room, I keep hearing, that no one else can do. He's kind of a physical freak that way. But as far as the athleticism, yeah, Gray Zabel, man, he is just doing it. He's got great hands, great feet. And I would say, yeah, I wouldn't say that's wrong by Baldinger saying Rookie of the Year because, I mean, he sure played like it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And we need this stability so bad. We've seen what happens to the entire team when your offensive line can't function as a unit. You called it out the second the run happened. Zach Charbonnet, beautiful 27-yard touchdown run around the left edge, and you called it out immediately. Fantastic, fantastic edge blocking by AJ Barner, sealing the edge. I also want to give a shout out to Josh Jones and Gray Zabel on the 27-yard touchdown because they completely collapsed the defensive line to the point where it was Barner, it was Charbo, and it was one linebacker. Good luck, good night. And Sam, I know that you're a big fan of both running backs like me. It's just my opinion that if both these running backs are highly productive, this team will go all the way.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I was talking about feeding the hot hand the last time we had on the podcast, but I mean, they were both hot last week. So we did exactly what we should have, fed both of them. We had Walker hitting for, I forget how much it was, like 7 or 8 yards carry, something like that. And yeah, Charbonnet, more of the steady guy, just grounding 4.5 yards right around there, getting the touchdown. I mean, on that one touchdown run, he had that little hesitation burst. He slowed down for a second, and then all of a sudden just burst right through the guy trying to make the tackle and made him look silly and got the touchdown.
No doubt, no doubt. Our friend Tyson Baxter is watching his beloved Ravens duke it out with the Pittsburgh Steelers as we speak, and he does not want to face Coach Mack. Sam, here's a fantastic stat. In 2023, a couple years ago, the Ravens had the number one D with Coach Mack. The Seahawks were the number 25 D. Flip the script. In 2025, the Ravens are at 18th. The Seahawks are at second. They've done a complete 180 on the defensive end, Sam. And there are disruptors, there's ballers, and there's physical ass kickers at all three levels of the defense at every single position. And not only is it extremely effective, it's extremely fun football to watch, bro.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, McDonald's getting our stars to play like superstars, are just all pro, regular, just pretty good guys starting to play like pro bowlers. He's kind of leveling up each layer of the team to where they're just playing above where they usually do, and we're hitting on all cylinders. I really like his coaching style. I think the Ravens, if they had a do-over, would let Harbaugh go and have McDonald as their head coach, and I'm glad they didn't do that because he's ours now. Can't have him back.
Oh my
no
gosh.
Backs.
Oh hell no. I mean, I will give him the kingdom. I will give him Mount Rainier. I'll give him the Columbia River. Whatever he wants, Coach Mack. It's yours to stay. And Mariners Life for bringing up Jake Bobo, manhandling another DB on the edge. And on Saturday night, Sam, we saw a lot more of Bobo. We saw a lot more of Saubert. And I think that's a direct effort to truly commit to running the ball more effectively. If you want to run the ball effectively, get more good blockers on the field. And I'm going to transition. We're going to come back to this. We're going to look at the Seahawks at every single angle, Sam. But we just got breaking news earlier this afternoon. Charles Cross, you a couple weeks ago put your stamp on it that we had to re-sign him. The big man Charlie Cross, 4-year extension. How do you feel about that?
Love it. Couldn't be happier. I mean, we're just got our bookends now for the next few years, and it's kind of what it was all supposed to be like when we drafted him. People were calling out the bookends for the next decade, and now we got them both locked up, and our O-line looks like it will be good for years to come. So I couldn't be happier. I think it was a great move. You win the game in the trenches, and so you got to take care of the players in the trenches.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And furthermore, these defensive linemen and the edge rushers are just such incredible, phenomenal athletes nowadays, Sam. I feel that the O-line it's always been the pillar and the foundation of football, but I feel it might be even more important in 2026 now, just based on the incredible athletes they're trying to block down in, down out. Talking about these beasts up front, Sam, I saw a story that broke my heart and warmed my heart in the same story. But Byron Murphy and his wonderful fiance had a premature baby in October. It was born 3 months early. Their baby girl was in NICU for 10 weeks. All the medicals are looking positive for this young baby girl. But I just want to give a huge shout out in terms of my prayers, my compassion, my love towards the Byron Murphy, his fiance, and their family. Sam, you're a fantastic father. I could never imagine how traumatic it would be to have your baby girl in NICU for 10 weeks. If Byron Murphy played like shit during that stretch this season, Sam, I would have completely understood. Instead, this guy is playing at an all pro level. Him and Big Cat Williams have more pressures than any other D tackle duo in football, but huge heart-warm prayers out to the Murphy family, and also kudos to him for being able to perform at such a high level when he has so much trauma going on in his home life.
Yeah, that's really amazing, honestly, because I hadn't heard anything about it. And if someone's playing that well throughout the year and they're going through that, that's really impressive. Because, I mean, he's been probably the best defensive lineman when it comes to taking on double teams in the league. Because he doesn't give an inch. He drops down to one knee to keep his leverage and this bulls right through and doesn't give anyone a second or an inch to do anything. It's really impressive. He's come a long way in a short time.
Mm-hmm. You know, Sam, we talk about this term often when describing different sports athletes, but Byron Murphy surprisingly is a total unicorn to me, though, because there's just so few human beings that have the strength to be able to anchor against those double teams and not give an inch like you talked about. Now we got Ernest Jones and Eamon Warry and Drake Thomas lighting dudes up all over. But we know Murphy's got over 7 sacks. He is a quick, disruptive penetrator. There are so few men that have ever played pro football that could anchor against the double and penetrate and be a disruptive force. Byron Murphy, what an incredible draft pick.
Yeah, well, 100%. I mean, he has really been one of my favorite players on the defense because I mean the line of scrimmage doesn't move an inch when he's on it and he's taking on the double teams, and he also helps set the tone. Him and then D Law now. I mean, there are two favorite players on the D line right now.
And the best one's probably Big Cat Williams.
Yeah,
This is one of the deepest
yeah.
D lines I've seen in my entire life
And
in
then
terms of
Nwosu.
straight depth. Oh, Nwosu's had a resurgence. Dude, Derek Hall and Boye Mafe are going to get paid.
Yeah,
Whether it's with Seattle or one, we're not going to be able to keep both. One of them's
Mafe
going to
is
get
gone.
paid elsewhere. I kind of think so too.
Yeah. We
He
might
had
well
another
keep
great game
Hall.
though. Oh, Hall. Talk to me. Just talk to me about Hall. Why would you keep him over Mafe?
He's just shown more. I think he has a lot higher pressure percentage. He's more consistent. I mean, Mafe is. They've both been really good, but between the two, I just think Hall's a better player overall.
You know, for what it's worth, PFF would agree with you on that one. They actually have Derek Hall ranked as highly as Demarcus Lawrence because Lawrence has been incredible. So many splash plays. Mariners lifer, spot on. We've been huge on Riley Mills since he came back. You know, he might be only
Mm-hmm.
playing 5 to 8 snaps a game. That's a huge, huge thing there. I just want to look at JSN though, man, because this team's just had such an incredible season, 14-3. Sam, I'm looking at this. Jackson has the highest catch rate amongst the high target players in the league. The highest catch rate amongst the high target players. He's also the most complete receiver. First in yards, second in first downs, first in catches over 25 yards, first in deep air yards, first in play action, first versus off coverage, first versus too high safety, first versus outside the numbers, first versus cover four. He literally is the best receiver in every sort of route combo and coverage you can think of. This dude's incredible.
Nah, he really is. I mean, it's him and Puka for the two best receivers in the league, hands down, in my opinion, right now. Just the way they can produce first, second, third down, doesn't matter. Wherever you have them on the field, they can produce it. But I'll take JSN all day, every day. I mean, he has kind of gone down like with production with the last 4 or 5, 6 weeks, something like that. but we've also switched to a more run-focused approach, really trying to get the run game going before the playoffs. So I'll take that trade-off. We know Jackson's there when we need him, and he'll be able to have a big game whenever his number is called.
No doubt, man. I just wanted to touch on one thing really quickly here that me and my brother were talking about. I thought was a critical component to taking out San Francisco in the Saturday night game. Christian McCaffrey got no extra yards. You know, he runs all these Texas routes, he runs all these option routes, and most of the time he catches them at 4 yards and turns them into 12. Well, he caught him at 4 yards, and it was 4.5 or less every single time. Sam, the hard, firm, and fundamental tackling warrants my freaking heart, and that's the only way you can beat a Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, we made him look old.
Yeah.
He looked slow, he looked old, and he didn't look like the Christian McCaffrey he's looked like all year. I mean, we really, really took it to him. And you could tell he was going to be icing his back for at least a few days after that game because he was getting hit over and over again. And I loved every moment of it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Just critical, especially against a team that has a limited options as offensive weapons with injury, poor draft choices, poor signings. Who knows what's going on with Brandon Ayuk right now? Sorry, Niners, that's your mess, not ours. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad we have the receivers that we do, man. I just want to give another huge shout out, man. Robbie Oots, though. We've been talking about the physicality on the offensive line, the tight ends, but Oots making a huge difference lead blocking. One of my all-time favorites. Saubert's already given the edge player the business. Oos comes in to double team right in the rib cage. 270-pound cement truck. Have fun with that. Sam, this team, have I come to the light side? I know that they call them the dark side, but this team, we're not crazy to think they could really do it now, huh?
No, man, they can go all the way, 100%. I mean, without a doubt, in my mind, we are a Super Bowl caliber team. I'm not scared of anybody in the league. The Rams are the only team that I would think can really give us consistently a good game. I think if we are on our game and playing how we should be, there's not a team that can beat us consistently.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we protect
Rams,
the Rock, it's
Eagles,
over.
Don't care who it is. Bring them all on. We're ready for them.
2 home wins. 2 home wins. Okay, Sam, I want to look at this really quickly, too, because Jason Myers, let's face it, he had a crappy game against San Francisco, missing 2 kicks he should make every single time. I'm loving Jason up. I still believe in Jason. There isn't a kicker on his couch right now that can perform close to what Myers can give us. So we got to love him up and get him right for the playoffs, Sam. But that third phase of the game, man, Seahawks, according to PFF, 4th in kickoff coverage. And then in the return game, they have the 4th highest average punt return, and they're tied for the 3rd highest average kick return. We are covering, we're kicking ass, and we're blocking and setting our high flyers up for big returns. Another hidden part of such a wonderful season.
Yeah, J-My had a rough game. You can't, no way to sugarcoat that. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm glad he got it out of the way before the playoffs. The week 18, it happens. There's a windy day. He's been rock solid all year long. And yeah, I think he missed 1 kick, I think, all year. Was that what I think it was? Something like that. I don't think he's missed a PAT.
And he hit 18 straight.
Kick. Yeah,
18 straight before that debacle against San Fran.
Yeah, and it was a windy day there. I still believe in the special teams. I'm not calling anybody up off their couch to take his place. I'll say that. He was getting, all Pro Bowl considerations. Even though Dallas's guy is going to get it because he's got that leg that can boot 65, 70 yarders, it seems, on consistently. But Rashid Shaheed, man, he can bust one at any time. And it makes punt and kick returns just a dangerous thing for the other team every single time he's got the ball in his hands. He makes it look effortless.
That's a key word, man. That guy just glides out there, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely glides. Sam, sometimes I like to think about things a little bit from the historical perspective, and it makes me feel old as shit to say this is looking at it historically. But Sam, from week 7 through 14, the Seahawks' defensive EPA was only .1 worse than the 2000 Ravens.
Well, that's wild. That is
I
wild.
mean, that's the stretch they've been on. And in terms of EPA, so this is just an interesting topic in football right now, Sam. Last year, Ben Johnson shook me to my core and what I believe in because he said that he believed that PPD and EPA are more important indicators of winning in the NFL than turnover ratio. It shocked me. So then I decided to look a little closer. Sam, 10 of the 13 last Super Bowl champions were a top 11 defensive EPA. Seahawks are 1 and 2, depending on your math. So we're right in the business there. The one that scares the shit out of me still, though, Sam, only 3 of the last 15 champions have had a negative turnover differential on the season. And surprisingly, maybe not to you, the Chiefs actually went back to back Super Bowls in 22 and 23 with negative differentials in both seasons.
Uh, I mean, when you got a gunslinger, it can happen. Well, we got to take care of the ball better than we have. I mean, Darnold did a good job this last week. I'm not sweating it, man, at all. I think we're money with our defense. As long as Darnold can keep it, I'll take -1, to be honest. Doesn't matter to me. Our defense can play. We'll stop anyone. I don't want Darnold to be conservative.
Yeah.
And I think worse has been happening when he's been getting a little bit more conservative. He missed that goddamn wide open touchdown.
Charbonnet first series. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, at the
wide
beginning
open
of the year, he would have hit that. Guaranteed. He would have hit that and thrown that. But they've reined him in a little bit because of the turnovers, man. Let him loose. Our defense can hold him.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah, you're not going to be able to win the Super Bowl scared anyways, but there is going to be some sort of fine line. Sam, there's one thing I noticed and it kind of cracked me up because when we were growing up and our grandpas and our fathers were teaching us how to throw, you make that L with your arm and your elbow and you get it behind your ear, you fire through at the same time. There's no crazy arm angles. And I'm watching Sam Darnold and I go, he doesn't have any crazy arm angles like all these new age quarterbacks. And times change so much in that respect when it comes to anything in life. But I think I finally figured out why he gets batted down so many balls, man.
Because they know where it's coming out of. That's I had not heard that, but that makes a lot of sense.
I just saw it. Because and it's so funny because my grandpa would have kicked my ass if I was throwing the ball like Stafford or Mahomes. That's not how you fundamentally throw a ball, son. So it was really cracking me up because now you're looking for quarterbacks that can have those different arm slots. That's not Darnold's game, and that's okay because I still think he has a skill set that could win a Super Bowl with this coaching staff and with this roster.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Buccaneers game. He went, blow for blow with them that whole game. We were in it, and we got unlucky there at the end. Man, he can lead us on offense if we need him to. And I just think that we haven't really needed him to. We've leaned on the run game, we've grounded and pounded, and we wore him out. And like I was telling my son, we were doing soul crushing runs all game. We were trying to break their will, and by the end of the game, you could tell they didn't have anything left.
No, and you mentioned it, man. We injured that same linebacker like 3 times in one game, man. Just a punishing ground attack.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, we were just getting all over him. That was great.
Well, I mean, you don't want to mess with this team, man. I said this 2 weeks ago. DeMarcus Lawrence chasing Bryce Young is like a lion trying to hunt a koala bear, man. Yeah. This team is hunting, and if you are not the baddest of the bad, we are going to get you, man. And Sam, I am definitely no defensive genius out here, but it just feels like the pass rush and the coverage just work in such synergy and such harmony. It feels like every hot read is covered, and now it's basically, can you scramble long enough for a guy to get open? This defense is sticky. They're ferocious. They're physical. I am so impressed.
Yeah, and they're fast. I mean, they are
ultra
fast.
Yes,
man. Then they hit hard. is my favorite part. We're hitting guys and they're not wanting to get up. That's my favorite part about our defense right now. They play fast and they hit hard.
Goddamn right, man. Dude, freaking Nick Emenwari. Talk about hitting hard. Nick Emenwari is the screen crusher. He is the bubble screen
He is.
devastator.
He is.
I mean, Sam, I don't even see teams running bubbles against us anymore because teams did for a few weeks in a row, and he will every time blow at the blocker, take down the receiver, all in one fell swoop. Absolutely incredible. I see what jersey you're wearing too. When Devin
Mm-hmm.
Witherspoon fires his
Mm-hmm.
gun, that guy gives me Earl Thomas vibes. I am not playing you.
No, man, yeah, he is a Swiss Army knife back there in the defensive backfield. It's really, really special to see, man. He is everywhere for him, having him and Worry. Man, they can do so many different things, disguise the pressures, and it's really yeah. You can't really give McDonald weapons like that and not expect him to utilize them to their full ability because
Mm.
he is making offensives like look pretty silly out there.
One thing that's been kind of fun for me, Sam, and I might try to chart this throughout the playoffs, is the Seahawks have such a wealth and such a depth of pass rushers that there are all sorts of different groupings, man. It's like a Rubik's Cube trying to figure out the different combinations that the Seahawks decide to send at their opponent. And we both know that Mike McDonald and his staff is way too high level of dudes to be doing anything on accident. They got some mad scientist shit out here to the rhymes and the reasons of their defensive line personnel groupings, and I am just having a blast watching it, man. Okay, well, it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties across the bridge right now. We'll get this shit straight, man. Whew. Gonna have to check on the Raven Steelers here in a minute, but I just want to go into a couple of things I noticed going back a couple of weeks now, man. Ty Okada, I've called him out several times on a congratulations type of level. But this guy, man, sure tackling, hard hits, always in the right place. Oh my goodness gracious. The one thing I'm going to look at here that's really been bugging me is early first down problems and negative plays, though. Too many negative plays, too many just when you're going second and 13, when you're going third and 9, life is so difficult. Great call, Mariners lifer Drake Thomas as well. And this is the key to having a Super Bowl run, though, because you need the high end players, you need the blue chip difference makers, but you really need that championship depth. And I talk about it a lot, but it's so real. I want to go back to Super Bowl 49. Everybody remembers Russell Wilson throws an interception on the 1 yard line. Game over, Patriots win. But if the Seahawks had the quality of D line depth they had in 2013, they would have won that Super Bowl anyways. Averill goes down. They don't have enough horses behind. It is all now Bennett and Bruce Irvin. I mean, I'm looking at the Seahawks D line right now, man. We're legit four deep on the edge. We are a legit 4, 5, 6 deep at D tackle. There is nobody that convinced me there isn't a better third DT than Jaron Reed. Peely has been an unheralded stud. We've been talking about Riley Mills. It really is kind of crazy when I think about it, man. Still trying to get my main man Sam back here, so we'll just keep rolling with it, man. It's been a crazy year, and I'm really glad that Mariners Lifer brought up can we just appreciate the masterful drafting of the last 4 years? Because that's so much of what it comes down to. So much of what it comes down to is, do you pick the right players, man? Do you pick the right players? The New York Jets want to talk all this shit like they won the Jamal Adams trade with the Seattle Seahawks a few years ago. But the fact is, they didn't do a good job drafting the players. That trade doesn't really matter anymore. The Las Vegas Raiders, man, they trade Khalil Mack. They trade Amari Cooper. They get all these picks. They don't pick the right players. They pick Cleveland Farrell, and they
Can you
picked
hear me,
Jonathan
Ty?
Abrams. Sam, we're back in the house.
There we go.
Sam, my main man, is back in the house. I'll also let you in. I was just kind of going off about some of the live chat talking about a masterful drafts and masterful trades. But you can make these trades for these picks, Sam. But if you don't pick the right players, none of it matters. The key is John Schneider picked the right players in all of these trades, and it set us up for success, man. Because look at the Raiders, they fumbled it. We've seen the Jets fumble it. Teams fumble it all the time. I bet you the Jets fumble it again, and they had like 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years.
Yeah, five. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Jets are really good at picking talent. To be quite honest, they hit on a lot of draft picks, but they usually hit once they're gone and they're somewhere else, or they'll have good individual players. They're not good at building a team. The Jets are actually pretty good at picking talent, from
That's
what I've
fair.
seen, but they can't build a cohesive team, and that's what's really important is getting players your coaches can work with. And they have a rotating carousel of coaches and GMs, and they just have no continuity. And that's what's really important is drafting players for your system to fit your culture. And that's what they can't do.
Well, and I'll juxtapose it, Sam. That's what the Seahawks have done. You have been a diehard Seahawks fan. You know the Mike Holmgren and Tim Ruskell era extremely well. And the only reason I bring that up is I feel John and Coach Mack might have a synergy and an age gap close enough where I see that they could take this thing for 10 or 15 years.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. Definitely. And the one problem with Holmgren was that after Ruskell left Hutchinson go with that poison pill clause in the transition tag, Holmgren didn't trust him again at all. And so that was, once that happened, it was all over, in my opinion. I remember that back when we were playing basketball at your court back at growing up, man. We were both pissed about that.
I'm pumped though, man. I'm really pumped about that because we've seen what can happen. Like you talk about a fractured relationship between front office and coaches. But when you get that synergy, then like you're talking about, you pick the right guys, the right culture, the right fits. And that's just so dang crucial. Look at it. Sam Darnold is what? Gone back to back 14 win seasons. And like you said, tumultuous start with the New York Jets, but they are one of many franchises that really struggle to turn things around. And this is where I'm just going to say, I feel like I want to say this all the time. Thank you, Paul Allen. Thank you, Jody Allen, because this was a garbage franchise when we were kids, and it turned into a top flight organization the minute that Paul Allen bought the team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all props to them because, yeah, they have made being a Seahawk fan really, really enjoyable for the last 25 years. I mean, yeah, it's been great. I can't say anything better about their family and what they've done for the Seahawks.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Well, man, open forum. I kind of just went off on a tangent there. What do you want the world to know about your thoughts on the Seattle Seahawks right now?
Oh, we can go all the way, man. I mean, we've got it. We're not scared of anybody. That's my whole thing. We're the bully on the block again, like we were back in the LOB days. And we're bringing it to teams. I'm not scared of anyone. Bring anybody on. I don't care.
And this is a healthy team. The Seahawks have had great health fortune this year, and you have to capitalize, and so far they are. You got to capitalize on those good health years because sometimes it'll bite you in the butt. I'm with you, Sam. Get pumped, get hyped, 12s across the country, across the world. This is a legit Super Bowl contender. The eyes tell me so. The nerdy numbers tell me so. My heart tells
Yes.
me so. Let's go get it, dude.
Yep. Let's go get it. Go Seahawks.
Hell yeah, man. Is there anything else you want to get out to the people here?
I agree with M's Lifer that Okada and Thomas have been amazing, by the way,
Yes.
because, yeah, they've been just like one of the couple of the examples of this playing above their expectation level. McDonald getting into play better than anyone thought they could. They've been on, they're not new players to the team. They've been on the team for a couple of years now.
Yep.
And since we got McDonald, I mean, he's really helped them step their game up. He's making our bench players play like starters. And our starters play like Pro Bowls. Pro Bowlers play like all pros. So, yeah, it's a great culture.
Dude, beautifully said, man. Beautifully said. Elite coaches elevate every player to whatever that next level is they're trying to achieve. You're so spot on. Dude,
Yeah.
Drake Thomas. I got to get this out there. Man, we got Jawan Jennings always talking shit to everybody. Drake Thomas lighting his ass up. Jawan
Folding
Jennings
his ass.
out there crying, breaking his ribs, puncturing his lungs. Talk that shit, boy. Talk that shit. We'll just bring the lumber.
Yeah, and I like when we're hitting hard, we're not being too overly aggressive and having our head down. We got our head up. We're hitting them square, and we're taking them down. We're the best tackling team in the league, in my opinion, because we wrap up and we bring them down immediately. They were not getting any extra yards all game.
And that's what they live on. San Francisco lives on the yak. So that's such a critical point you made. It just like lightning to my brain there, bro. And speaking on that, I vividly remember one point in the game, the stat flash, George Kittle, 4 catches for 9 yards. That's what we're talking about.
And he's been a Seahawk killer for the last little few years now,
Yes.
man. He always comes through and makes big plays for them. And then it was Tungus on week 1. Yeah, he beat us week 1. So yeah, I'm glad we were shutting the tight ends down. You know, Coach Mack seems to have an answer for the Shanahan offense, because we kind of run the Shanahan offense, to be quite honest.
Yes.
Kubiak, yeah. So yeah, he knows just how to shut it down.
I mean, Kubiak was pass game coordinator for the Niners just a few years ago.
Yeah. Yep, same coaching tree. So yeah, he knows what to do.
Yeah, and hey, let's give credit to the Kubiak family, man. Let's get we always talk about the Shanahans. The Kubiaks are right there. Gary Kubiak had all those successful years with the Texans. OC for those Super Bowls with Denver and John Elway. He was the head coach when they won that Super Bowl with Von Miller, Peyton Manning, and that crew of dudes. His son, of course, Clint Kubiak, our offensive coordinator, who I'm really bullish on, Sam, because I feel he's done a good job. He's learning on the fly, but has, at his age and where he's at in his profession, this guy's got a lot of room to grow, so that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm glad the offense cooled down slightly so he won't be gone next year. Because if he was hitting as he was at the beginning of the year, he would have been gone next year. I think it's kind of cooled down enough where he'll be on the team another year at least.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Kudos to him. Kudos to the whole coaching staff. And I got one more shout out, man. Assistant head coach Leslie Frazier. We never talk about him. He never says anything publicly. But this is a guy who's been in the NFL our entire lives, Sam. I mean, this is a guy that was on the 85 Bears. He's been in coaching his entire life since his playing career ended. I feel that he should have gotten a second head coaching chance. That chance never came, but I'm positive that quietly behind the scenes, Coach Leslie Frazier is making a huge difference for this younger coaching staff.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot he was part of the coaching staff, to be quite honest. And so
he's not out here asking for credit. He's just getting the job done.
Yeah, no, that's great. Because he was a good coach, man. He was a good player. It's good. I'm glad we have him. But yeah, I forgot he was even a part of the team. So
hey, silent assassin, assassin, man.
For sure. Sometimes it's better to be, seen and not heard. And so, yeah, I didn't even realize that. That's great. No, because I always liked him as a coach. So,
Yeah, I always thought he should have gotten another chance, man. Nobody was going to win with Christian Ponder. Sorry.
no.
And Leslie Frazier did a fantastic job as the Buffalo DC in this Josh Allen era. The Buffalo defense has not been as effective since he left Buffalo to come to Seattle. So big difference maker, man. Anything else on the Seahawks you want to get at, man?
We're the only team not limping into the playoffs, I'll say, in the NFC.
We're charging.
Yeah, because every other team is pretty much backing their way in there. Man, bring them on, man. I'm so pumped. I can't wait.
Do they really want a piece of Lumen?
No, they don't.
Really want
They
to be
don't.
in Soto? You really want to be in Soto on a shitty rainy day in the winter up here?
Yes.
Come on.
And I wouldn't care if we were on the road either, because when's the last time we fucking lost on the road?
Don't happen.
No, man. We're killers on the road. I'd almost rather be on the road at this point with how good we've been playing on the road. I'll play anyone
Bears,
anywhere with
bring
this
it.
team. Yeah.
Eagles, bring it. Bucks, Panthers, I don't even remember. Dude, frickin' bring it.
Oh, man. Tyson says the Ravens season just ended. Oh, no.
Wow.
What happened?
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Sure did.
Okay, Sam, so we have a NFL playoff picture without Patty Mahomes and without Lamar Jackson.
That's
Can
wild.
Josh Allen and the Bills get it done? Or I've been saying for a while now, it's going to be a kind of a random team, and the Seahawks are that random team that's good enough.
I think it's going to be the Pats, or I don't believe in many of these teams. Let me see who we got here. AFC playoffs.
How do you feel about Bo Nix? Okay, here's Denver at home.
I'm not scared of Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix ain't got shit, in my opinion.
Especially at a corporate Super Bowl. Especially dude, he needs Mile High Stadium to fuck with the Seahawks, dude.
Yeah, he is really inconsistent. He's not that good, in my opinion. He's brought him back on a few times where they've really needed to come back, and he's been able to pull through. But man, I'd rather not be in that situation consistently. I'd rather have a quarterback who actually. I like the Jags. I mean, the Jags and the Pats are my. Fucking just the Pats are the only team I think the Pats are coming out of it. To be quite honest, because we've got the Chargers, the Texans, or the Patriots. It's coming through on the NFC or the AFC. I don't see anybody else making it.
Okay. It's going to be
Broncos are
interesting,
losing.
man.
I guarantee you, Broncos are losing. They're not that good.
Okay,
The whole
here's an
AFC
easy
is not
question.
that good.
Is Drake May a superstar on the making right now?
He could be. Yeah. He's playing like it. I mean, he's Josh Allen-esque. He's doing really well if he keeps developing and has a good system and players behind him. Yeah, he could be. You can't do it by himself, but he's sure looking the part. I'll say that.
Year 2 can be really successful for quarterbacks in winning Super Bowls. Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger. I don't want to talk about that one very much.
No, don't get me started on that.
Patty Mahomes, not his second year in the league, but his second year as starter. So we've seen year 2 as a starter can be very beneficial. You got a young, talented quarterback who's got some experience now. You still got that rookie contract, so you can make more moves, such as the Seahawks with Sam Darnold at $35 million. That allows you to bring in a D-Law. If we had a Dak Prescott contract, you don't get DeMarcus Lawrence.
No, you don't.
You can't trade for Rashid Shaheed. So just little moves like that are so freaking critical, man. I get this way about the NFL, man, but the numbers are there, man. It's easily the most popular show in this country.
Yeah, I think the second chance castaway quarterbacks is going to kind of start to become more of a trend now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they never get back to the point where they're commanding top money. Like they get to they're making good money, really good money, but not best in the league type money. They never get back to that. And then it makes it so you can afford better players on defense or just more better players to surround them in general. And I think they know that more than a few teams are kind of black holes for quarterbacks now, and that they're going to get a little more of a second chance, which they deserve, man. You got to give the quarterbacks a little more time to develop.
And going after second chance quarterbacks, Sam, it allows you to spend your first and second round picks on difference making players rather than always chasing that high, trying to find that star rookie quarterback, which is so hard to find. And then look at this season, man. We're all so impressed by Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, and look how quickly it can flip on you. That's why the Seahawks need to take this shit seriously, though, man. It comes and goes so fast in the NFL. And speaking of fast, man, you said it. This team runs and hits, and I love it.
Yep. Hell yes. No, I can't wait for the playoffs, man. It's going to be a great year. I think we're going all the way to the Super Bowl. And we can go crazy on the podcast when that happens.
I will lose my mind. I already had enough heartbreak. We're wanting to... Okay, so just rewind a little bit. You think you're going to come on for a Game 7 victory going to the World Series and you lose. We're not happening in football. We're flipping the script and taking this thing all the way, baby.
Yeah, and I think my mic had cut out or whatever before, but this is the first year we've had the Seahawks and the Mariners be good at the same time. Ever.
I shouldn't be surprised, but...
Can you think of another year that has happened? No. Never. I was like, shit, when's the last time we had two sports teams go to the playoffs? I mean, I guess hockey is now, we're going to have a hockey team, but I don't think we've gone to the playoffs yet in hockey either, so...
It had to have been back when we still had the Sonics, man, because that was the only team consistent enough to like have one of the others.
But even then, Ty, the Mariners were awful then, and the Seahawks were awful back then when the Sonics were really good.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, maybe the 95 refused to lose year, the Sonics might have been pretty good. I'm not sure. I forget, but man, like, it was a long time ago. I'll say that. But yeah, it's the first time we've had the Seahawks and the Mariners be good, and it's been a great year.
Hell yeah. Well, it's going to be an even better year, man. 2026. Blessings to everybody's family and their loved ones. And blessings to our Seattle Seahawks, man. It is so much fun.
Yep. I'm going to be blessing some NFC teams with hits under the Christmas tree this year because we are knocking their asses out.
Hey, man, you know what time it is. Big Cat Williams leaves lumps of coal everywhere he goes.
He sure does. The Big Cat sandwich, man.
That's right. One more shout out. Last play of the game, the D. Hall Big Cat sandwich to Brock Purdy. My Lord.
Yeah, that didn't look fun. Purdy, I think, is going to be having an injured thumb and injured back in the next week's game because he got sandwiched and he got hit hard, folded up pretty good.
That double team hit gives the guy arthritis overnight, bro.
Yeah, sure does. Sure does.
Well, all right, y'all. It's yet another sports podcast. Shout out to our super producer, Indy, out there in Nashville. Vaden Podcast Services. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Thank you to the live chat. Thank you to my main man, Sam. It's another sports podcast. 14-3 Seahawks. Go 12s.
Let's go. Hawks.
See.
Hawks.
See.
Hawks. All right, let's go. Let's win it.